Joining me today is Tracy Otoka Cushman out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. Out of an audience of more than 50,000 agents nationwide, Tracy has been selected to represent Broker Agent Advisor as this month's Broker Agent of the Month for the state of Minnesota. And Tracy, it's been an absolute treat for me getting to know you a bit through this process. And I just want to say congratulations on being recognized, and thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, thank you so much, Brian. I've been beyond excited to have this day, to have this moment, to have this opportunity. And I am overwhelmed with just so much excitement and bliss and gratitude that I actually have the opportunity to be recognized for Broker Agent Advisor of the Month. It's pretty exciting.
Well, you're the perfect fit. This recognition is all about finding those that represent the industry well and are a great example of what it means to be a professional realtor. And it's my sincere hope that for people that get a chance to watch this video, they just get a sense for who you are and maybe a little bit about why you were selected. And I thought we would just explore a couple questions together if you're up for it.
Sure, absolutely.
So there's a million things you could be doing professionally. Talk to me a little bit about the motivation, the inspiration for you to get in this business, and how is it that you decided to become a realtor?
Well, I did a lot of different business routes before getting into real estate, and Century 21 was looking for a general manager. And I've always loved real estate as a child, looking at houses and like, you know what, let's give this a try. So I basically shadowed the broker for 2 years, learning from the bottom up, everything real estate, from transactions to managing all the different clients, managing all the different agent expectations, all the other office people I had to support. And I learned everything from the bottom up and reported, to Century 21 corporate. And there was a point at about 2003 where we decided to open my own company. And in June 2020 or 2003, we opened Cushman Realty. And we then opened up a mortgage and an appraisal company just because we wanted more opportunity within the real estate avenue to help people. We opened Cushman Realty. The motto is where real estate meets your needs, and we wanted to meet the needs of each real estate client of ours, regardless of if they're looking for an investment property, if they're looking for their first home, if they're looking to downsize, regardless of whatever they were looking for. We wanted to be able to meet each client's needs differently.
I think it's fantastic, and I can't help but notice you said 2003. So we are embarking on a pretty special anniversary for you, 20 years in the business as a family-owned company, right?
Correct. 20 years. We've survived the Great Recession, buyers markets, sellers markets. We've survived the pandemic. We're surviving this little downturn, which is a little bit of a dip, a little bit of correction. The market needed it, but we've ridden through it in 20 years, and all the lessons I've learned, each lesson, gives me the knowledge and the education that I need to give to my buyers and sellers, so that way they understand the market isn't forever. It's not permanent. Everything kind of rides in its own waves, and you just got to get through the cycles, and you just move through to the next one.
I think you're fantastic. It's a far harder business, Tracy, than most people realize. Like 20
years
in this business is to be celebrated. Most agents that get their license, as you know, they don't finish 2 years in this business, and it's just a much tougher business than people think. And I'm curious if you had to describe what's kept you in it emotionally. Like, where do you derive your satisfaction? Why are you still here? What do you find most rewarding about this business?
Well, first of all, I love the location I'm in. I'm in Eden Prairie. It's a great location. I love being in real estate. I love being my own boss. Granted, my clients are the boss, but I love the flexibility it's given me in the last 20 years to raise my family, but also to educate each client. That's my main goal, my main purpose. And I feel so much satisfaction with each client that I give an education to real estate. They walk away learning so much more than just, oh, I'm buying a house or selling a house. There's so much more behind it. And some people are just in it just for the money. I'm in for the education. So that way, I don't want a consumer walking away without knowing what they're getting themselves into. It's the biggest investment or sale of their life. And I want them to feel comfortable to come back to me as an investor, or whatever that market looks like for them in the coming years.
I say this a lot these days: the shortest distance between two people is trust. And you are someone that aspires to create trust and let people know you're going to counsel them to the best of your ability. And in a lot of ways, I think this is what the professional realtor should be. I found a testimonial of yours, Tracy, and I think it's appropriate during a video like this to share how a client of yours would describe going through that process with you as their realtor.
Okay.
That working with Tracy was an awesome experience. Right from the start, she was extremely helpful and very motivated, considering our situation at the time, renting a townhouse, selling a house, our first baby on the way, buying a new house. Tracy kept us very calm and optimistic about our options. She worked so hard for us and it paid off. We found a house that we absolutely fell in love as soon as we walked in. Tracy knew exactly what we wanted. She followed our wish list very well. We enjoyed her company during our house hunting. Her professionalism and dedication, combined with a great sense of humor, made our house hunting experience very smooth, fast, and painless. In addition, Tracy also coordinated very well with our loan officer, returned our calls and texts very fast. She was super knowledgeable of the Southwest Twin Cities metro area. You will not regret getting in touch with her. She will look out for your best interest during the negotiation process. I could not ask for a better real estate agent. My wife and I will definitely get in touch with her when we are ready to sell our townhouse. Tracy, you are the best. And this is pretty much an example of what you aspire to create with each and every one of your relationships. And you've got a bunch of those. Congrats on the kind words.
Oh, absolutely. No, it's the one thing is, as a boutique real estate company, we're not one of the major big ones. So everything is word of mouth and referrals, is how my business is created. And the fact that people trust you and then pass your name on to somebody else, that's how this business has been established. And that's how it's flourished for 20 years. It's been through word of mouth.
That is one of the secrets. If we can take care of somebody so well, they'll go talk about us with someone else, then we've got a shot to stay productive in this business.
Right, right.
Talk to me about Eden Prairie. You've mentioned already that you love your community. You could do this job literally anywhere in North America. What is it about Eden Prairie that makes it such a fantastic place to live, work, and play?
Oh, it's the most amazing community here. It's such a diverse population, but it's small town. It's about 60-some thousand people that live here. The school system is phenomenal. We have a lot of parks, trails, lakes, grocery shopping. We have a lot of great things that we offer here in this small little community, and it's a tight-knit community. Back in 2010, we won Money Magazine's #1 place to live for
Wow.
that year. So it is a wonderful place to raise a family here. I've raised my kids here. I've been in Eden Prairie since 1998, still living here, still living in my same house. In January, it'll be 20 years that I've lived in this house now. So I'm celebrating 20 years of that as well. But the neighbors, the family, the people are just amazing here in the community. My kids have been here since preschool now. My oldest is in high school. And following the chain of community, it's just a blessing to be here. The weather is a little difficult in the winter, but for me, for real estate, it gives me the advantage to go on the vacations in the winter and the much needed break from all the summer and spring market chaos.
Right. I love when people describe where they live as a community, a place where people look out for one another. I wish that for everybody. I want to ask you one more question before I let you go.
Sure.
We've already established this business is hard, generally speaking, but the last few years have been kind of especially hard with the unprecedented low inventory on the back end of a pandemic. And I feel like there are a lot of agents that could benefit from leaning into your experience. If you were to offer one piece of advice to a peer in this business, what would that one piece of advice be?
You got to learn to ride the waves. You have to ride the waves of each market. One market will teach you one thing. The next market comes along, it teaches you something else. You learn about the market corrections. You learn when there's buyers markets. You learn when there's sellers markets. And while you're riding that wave, you also need to learn to pivot. If you can pivot through those markets, you'll be able to get through and be able to get a career out of it. And if you're doing it right, if you're focusing mostly on the client, the money is great. Money is one thing, but if you can focus on the client and really make a great do a great service to them and help them buy their house or sell their house, putting them first, you're going to make a successful, agent out of this industry. That's what you're striving for, is to be successful. And if you want people to come back to you and you keep staying in this business, you want to make sure that they're happy in the very end.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It's constant change, but at the center of that change is the interest of others, and it's our job to help them navigate the dynamic that they're in based on the market they're in. And Tracy, I'm proud to share a couple minutes with you and shine a light on you for how you represent yourself. This industry's lucky to have you. And I just want to say congratulations again on being recognized. And I wish you nothing but joy and abundance on the rest of your journey.
Thank you so much, Brian. I really appreciate it. And also thank you to Jennifer and Chad for recognizing me and giving me the opportunity through the Broker Agent Advisor Program. I'm beyond blessed, beyond words to participate in this.
Take care of yourself, my friend.
Thank you.